President Edgar Lungu is forcing Chilufya on us. Because really, let's face it, let's just be honest with ourselves. Zambians, I don't think there is anyone who would agree with this one. I don't think there is anyone who would agree with this one, that somebody who has been accused should stay in office. I don't think there is anyone who can agree with that. Unless you are being biased, and you know it deep down in your heart that you are being biased. I know even President Edgar Lungu is not sleeping over this. I know even Edgar Lungu is not sleeping over this. The problem with the Edgar Lungu is that, you know, he's not showing leadership on these issues. He's not showing leadership on wrong things, on people. He's not showing leadership. I mean, a leader must be seen. That's his leadership. A leader must be seen. When something is wrong, a leader must be seen. People must be able to fear you. I'm not talking about the fear of dictatorship, but I'm talking about knowing that there is a president there. If I do this, it will have consequences. In this country, it looks like anybody can do whatever they want, and consequences are far-reaching. Consequences are far-reaching, especially President Edgar Lungu. Nothing. There are so many things that are going wrong. There are so many things that are going wrong, and yet the president is quiet. You can't. I don't hate President Edgar Lungu. I like him. I know he's a good man. I would want him to go through 2021 because I know I'm not going through. So between HH and Edgar Lungu, I would prefer Edgar Lungu goes through, whilst I get more momentum. You know, as I prepare myself for State House, I would want Edgar Lungu to be there. But with the way Edgar Lungu is handling things, it is just not right. This country is lukewarm. It's lukewarm. Things, you know, it's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. You can't be sure of anything. Not even the directives that President Edgar Lungu himself gives are followed. Nothing. Nothing. Eh? You know, when a president speaks, everybody should follow. Everybody should jump. But look, how many directives do we have? How many directives do we have? Many times I watch President Edgar Lungu visiting the country, going around the country, and wherever he goes, he's directing people. This, that. But I can assure you, there are so many things that President Edgar Lungu gave directives on, and they have not been done. They have not been done. You know, recently he was, I think he was in Eastern Province. I think it was in Eastern Province there, where he even made the, you know, Victor Mundende to stand up, talking about electricity. But that issue has been an issue for a long time, even before President Edgar Lungu went there, and he spoke about the same things. There are so many areas where President Edgar Lungu has made promise, has given directives, but those directives have not been followed. Gone are the days when we used to fear, when we used to believe that when the president says this, it's going to happen. Gone are the days. Gone are the days. This time around, I mean, the president words is, I don't know, is as less effective as my word. Is as less effective as my word. Sometimes even my word carries more weight, because when I say I'm going to take you to court, I go to court. It just can't be. It just can't be. And I'm saying this from deep down my heart, in all genuineness, for the love of my country, that we can't have a leadership where, you know, the president himself, I mean, he's lukewarm. We can't. It's not, things are not going to work. Who are they going to fear? Who will the civil servant fear, if not the president? Who will the ministers fear, if not the president? What Chilufya did today, Chilufya has been talking about COVID-19 and talking about social distances and everything. But look, he carried a lot of PF cadres to courts, and they were busy there chanting, singing, you know. And of course, you know, they put up a placard. They put up placards. Edgar Lungu for 2021 to hoodwink him. Eh? Chilufya is very clever. He's just basically hoodwinking President Edgar Lungu. And I don't know if President Edgar Lungu falls for this kind of things. But surely, if President Edgar Lungu was a leader who is leading the country, who is in charge of the country, who is in charge of the ministers, what Chilufya did today, be it is he an accused or not accused, is supposed to be sanctioned. It's supposed to be sanctioned. But the president is just nowhere. It's just nowhere. We are missing the president. Lungu, I'm telling you, we are missing you in a number of issues. And you are letting down people on a number of issues. Talk about labor issues. Talk about labor issues. Labor issues. People have been complaining. Some people are being locked up in some offices or in some factories due to COVID. What? Anyway, the issue is that labor laws are being flouted. And Vamayoba Joyce Nonde is nowhere. And people have been talking about this from time immemorial, about Joyce Nonde. But the president is okay with it. The president is okay with it. So, but president, how do you expect workers to support you, to be behind you, if you have given them a minister who is not saving them? How? How do you expect workers of this country, to be behind you when you have given them a minister that is not helping them, that is not attending to their issues? Even if they love you, even if they are appreciating your road networks, but do you think they will come and vote for you in 2021 with this kind of attitude of you neglecting them by not intervening in their plight? Because workers are every day complaining, every day talking about this, and the minister is nowhere to be seen, and the president is nowhere to be seen. Surely, even if they have goodwill for you, but president, do you think it will be easy for them to vote for you again? Because they will be thinking of another 5 years of a moribund Ministry of Labor. That's what they'll be thinking about. I am speaking basically from a good heart, caring for my country, speaking to my president to do something before it's too late. Fine. Let's face it, Chilufya has been a very hard-working minister where we are coming from. He has been a very hard-working minister where we are coming from. I mean, we can't take away that from him. I think he has been good. But he has been accused of corruption. Surely, but president, do you really think Zambians out there, they agree with you with a presumption of innocence? Do you think they agree with you? I don't think they do, because even yourself, but president, you know it's not right. You know the best thing is to put this man aside. You are overstretching the goodwill of the Zambian people by this kind of actions. You're overstretching. We have the ministry, youths, they have been talking. Of course, I don't agree with some of these things, especially when they talk about protest. But to a large extent, I agree with the general the general populace of youths. These people, these young people, they are at loss. They are at loss. I do agree. Government has put up various opportunities which these young people can get. But where is the problem? The problem is with the ministry. For a long time, since President Edgar Lungu came into power, I don't think that ministry has been given, a good minister, to run it. I don't think it has. Vincent Mwali was there and he tried to do his best. Vincent Mwali did something. But Mawele and this man who is there now, this man is even worse. Mawele is even better. This man is even worse. Emmanuel Mulenga is worse. And you, the president, when you appoint somebody, you should be able to check how are they performing, what are they doing, do they understand the issues? But that Emmanuel Mulenga does not understand the youth policy. He doesn't even understand the sporting fraternity, how it is run. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand because that ministry is youth and sport. When you look at Emmanuel Mulenga, in terms of policy, understanding policy for youths, which way we are going for youths, the man is zero. Is zero. And what I'm saying here is not personal. It's not personal. It's not that I hate the guy. No. No. Just go and watch. Go and watch his Sunday interview. He was nowhere. Grevazo Zulu was looking at him, sympathizing with him. I could see Grevazo Zulu looking at him to say, damn, what a minister I am facing today. And luckily, really, it is on a national television, it is on a government, it is a public media house. If it is a private media, I mean, that man would have been made into mincemeat. Into mincemeat. Because if the man could not articulate issues on a public media, what about if he went on a private? Where somebody really takes him on objectively. The man doesn't understand policy. Then let's talk about football. Let's talk about football. We were on a verge of being banned by FIFA. Tomorrow we would have been banned by FIFA. Because of what? Because of the same minister. Because this minister thinks that, a national team is like a team that you just support and you just say, hey, here is a coach. I mean, the confusion that has been there with the Kalusha and whatever, and all these other people that they were using, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And the president has been very quiet about it. The president has been very quiet about it. But how do you expect the youths to rally behind you, President Edgar Lungu, if you have given them a minister who can't really attend to them, a minister who can't motivate them? Who can Emmanuel Mulenga motivate? He can't motivate the youths. The youths need motivation. You don't just say, no, there is 30 million here. Hey, there is so much money. There is so much money here. There is so much money here. There is so much money here. You need to motivate them. You need to give them guidelines. There is this money, and this is what you're supposed to do to access this money. You don't just say, no, we have 30 million here. 30 million. How are they going to access it? Who is going to access it? For example, the very 30 million that has been given to the musicians, to the artists. Which artists have you given that 30 million? What are the modalities for accessing that money? Who is going to access that money? Who is going to access that money? These things must be very, very clear. And you as a president, I don't blame you for that one. You put it there. It is up to your ministers now to take it up. Where is this money? Where is this money? Because we even said 30 million. Where is that 30 million? But your ministers must be able to follow it through. If they have to get it from the Ministry of Finance, let them get it and put it in an appropriate account. And they need to get to the people to say, this is what you do to access this money. I am tired of having people coming to me, asking me how they should access this money and that money, even the aqua thing, the aquaculture, there is money there. How are they going to access this money? These things must be explained to the people for them to benefit. You don't just put it there and leave it there. It is not right. And if these things are just there, you know, as lip service, I mean, you can't expect people to benefit from that. You can't expect people to vote for you. You can't expect people to vote for you. I agree, the Zambian people have goodwill for President Edgar Lungu, but I think you are overstretching it by not reaching to them. Not reaching to them. Yes, President Edgar Lungu, you are all over, you're going all around the country, but I can tell you that you're not reaching to people. You are not reaching to people, and I can assure you, I'm a young politician. I might not know much, but I can tell you that being in contact with people, interacting with people, is much more than giving them monies around. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. Interacting with people, you know, engaging people one-on-one, gives them so much appreciation of their leader than money given to a chairman. You know, you leave money, you go to a district, okay, you give a chairman, here is the 10,000 kwacha, distribute to the people. He gets 5,000 kwacha, he gives people 10 kwacha, 10 kwacha, 10 kwacha. It is not so effective than when you really interact with people. When people hear that, yes, we talked about this, the president has heard. You need that. President Edgar Lungu is so lukewarm. I'm repeating that word, lukewarm. It's neither cold nor warm. It is just there. Yes, we have a president, but. Yes, we have a president, but. But you don't need that. You need to convince people. You need to convince people. I can assure you today, PF is able to stand and even having hope in 2021. I'm repeating this. PF today is having hope for 2021 due to the weakness in the opposition, and particularly in the UPND. The UPND, they don't have strategies. If they had the right strategies, they would have changed things. As we are talking, 2021 would have been a foregone conclusion. Would have been a foregone conclusion. Because really, Walungu, I tell you, I'm not speaking out of spite or anything. I love you, Walungu. I love you, Walungu. But I am saying you are not touching the lives of the Zambian people. To touch them there, responding to their issues. You as a leader, and people see, Fiawombekev. Fiawombekev. I'm not trying to put, a disciple in front of the master. But if you look at Bowman Lusambo's kind of politics, cantankerous as he may be, he interacts with people. He interacts with people. You need to interact with people. You need to engage people. You either make them upset or you make them happy. That is what public life, that is what politics is about. That's what politics is about. You need to interact with people. You need to rub with people. You need to shake with people. People need to feel you. People need to know you. They need to know you. People need to know that the president is there. When we talk, the president will hear. The president will respond. Do we get responses from President Edgar Lungu? We don't. We don't. Even some of us, I can review, even some of us who are somehow close, we don't. We don't. But how are we going to gain confidence? How are we going to gain confidence? How are you going to give us confidence? How are you going to make us, respond to some of these issues to people? How? When you can't get, that leadership, that direction, you need direction. A president must give direction. This is where we are going. When you give people direction, they will follow you. When you give people direction and hope, they will follow you even in difficult circumstances because they know where we are going. That is the issue. And that's what leadership is. We can be going through difficulties, but if you have given people the direction, you have given people hope, you have promised people that we are going there, by this time we are going to reach there, people will follow you, even if you are going through difficult circumstances. But let's face it, even those of you in PF, even those who are close to President Edgar Lungu, even those of you who are his advisors, let's face it, where are we going as a country? Where are we going? What is the direction? Which direction is President Edgar Lungu taking us? What does President Edgar Lungu want us to do? Because that is a leader. A leader, you motivate people. You carry people with you. You carry people with you. By what? The people should be able to see. I am not blowing my own trumpet, but I'm sure those of the people who have followed me, they know where I stand in terms of family. They know. They know. I'm sure people know to say, Tayali, this is where I stand in terms of family. They know. I've had a number of people who have appreciated me to say, no, you are motivating us. You are motivating us. You have seen, I was talking about garden. If you have seen these vegetables, look around on social media and see how many people are showing their gardens. See how many people are showing their gardens. I am not trying to be proud. I am humbly appreciating for those people that see something in me and that try to, emulate the good things about me. But that's what leadership should be. That's what leadership should be. You remember President Edgar Lungu, when you started that jogging, did you see how many people started jogging? People started jogging. It was an in thing. Keep fit, because they saw the president doing. They saw the president leading them, giving them direction in terms of communicable diseases. They saw you on TV talking about that. And a lot of people joined in that. They were inspired. What about in terms of economy? President Edgar Lungu, where are you taking the Zambian people? What are you encouraging the Zambian people to do? What about young people? What about women? You need to motivate people as a leader. You need to motivate people as a leader. But President Edgar Lungu is missing. We can't see President Edgar Lungu. What happened at court today is lack of not seeing the president. Where is President Lungu? Where Chilufya also feels he's also a president. He can overlook all the rules, including the COVID-19, which he himself is talking about. He can overlook that because the president is not there to give direction. What is going on with COVID-19? What's going on? What is the president saying? What is the president saying? If Chilufya can do that, what is President Edgar Lungu saying about it? He has no direction. He's quiet about it. So which direction are you giving us? fighting corruption. Here is Anti-Corruption Commission. They arrest a minister, and you say, no, 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 presumption of innocence. I'll keep him in the office. What motivation are you giving to the Anti-Corruption Commission? But President, I've been to the Anti-Corruption Commission, I will tell you. I have been to the Anti-Corruption Commission many times. I am sorry to tell you that most of